Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're back for another diorama stream. Um, it's kind of impromptu because I started doing the diorama last night. Yesterday, I did the space background using spray paint, which you can kind of see. I'll show off real quick up in there. So yeah, it's turning out pretty nicely actually. I'm actually really proud of it because it's my first time actually doing something like that. Um, and I plan to do more of it. I actually kind of get into the spray paint art stuff. It's really just a lot of fun and kind of a little bit different sort of skill set to kind of learn. Um, yeah, so today we're doing the Unicron diorama, which is almost done actually because all I need to do because it's just meant to be kind of well, for this one, it's kind of I originally thought to do like a big sort of like throne, but don't know if that would work out necessarily. It could, and I could always like kind of come back and make a throne or whatever for Unicron. But I just want to have him standing in this one. And it's kind of meant to be kind of like I guess kind of like a moon he may have like crashed on top of or something like that, or an asteroid or something spacey. It's kind of like the goal here. So I just put a wash on this morning. It's still drying a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it too much as I go in with my dry brushing here because it's all going to be the same sort of colors, so I don't really care too much if I get anywhere. So I mean, we're only going to be using a couple colors, just using black and gray / white. So just trying to add more to the weathering, and then we'll come back in with some dry brushing with some lighter shades, and we'll move on. But yeah, we're living in crazy times, man. And obviously I put the thing in the title there for a reason, because I don't really talk about politics much on this channel, but this is something I kind of need to address, and that's the Charlie Kirk stuff. Not address, but just kind of talk about it because it's just, yeah. I was just like so fucking pissed off when I heard the news. Like, and it's like I just came on. It's just like I think I just got home from work or something. That's like the first thing I fucking see. It's just, or it might have been the first thing I saw when I woke up. I can't remember, but. Yeah, it pisses me off. Like that, this is like the reaction that the left and the liberals all like. I don't know. Like I said, I don't try to talk about politics too much. It's just like it's just so bizarre that this is how the world is now. That we're now resorting to violence in order to solve. It's like we live in the most civil era for the West. Not fully civil, obviously. We still have issues, but it's just like we have the ability to have a very civil world now, and this is the way they're acting, behaving. And it's just it's crazy times, man. Hey. Gotta be careful with these rocks here. I don't want to knock them down. Won't be a big deal though. I can just glue them out together, but yeah, just the way the world is now. Can't speak your mind. Can't have an opinion without being shot. I guess just the way these people work. And I do kind of blame not directly, but I do kind of blame a lot of the rhetoric the left kind of perpetuated for the longest time. Like everyone's a Nazi because they put it a certain way. They're a Nazi because you believe in a certain religion. Like I disagree with. Like this is all bullshit. Like this is all liberal talking points. Now they're acting like they didn't do anything, and they're all sympathetic now. It's like no, you're not. Like This is the result of your, you know, dogma. You know, this is the result of your bullshit. Now, you know, wife and now a family just lost their husband and father. Like that's like, you know, and it's like they call us, you know, people who are conservative, you know, they call us the radicals and all this bullshit. It's like, why don't you look in the mirror for once? But, you know, we've seen how these people look, so they probably don't want to look in the mirror too much. So yeah, ugly. I don't mean just in terms of on the outside. Yeah, ugly on the inside as well. And that just fell apart. That's okay. Put it back in afterwards. Yeah, this is probably going to happen a lot. I'll be a little bit gentler. Hey, Grumpy, good to see you, man. Yeah. I was going to go live at 12, but I didn't want to wait too much longer, so kind of went earlier. That's because I want to do some more stuff today, actually, because I've been doing a lot of like spray paint stuff, like testing out, so I want to kind of do more of that a little bit later on today, so I want to get this done. Because it's very, very easy. It's just probably the easiest and quickest diorama I ever did, because it's just spray paint, you know. And, I'll just kind of show off real quick. I don't know if you saw on Twitter, Grumpy, but yeah, there's my Unicron diorama so far. So it's halfway done because I did spray paint. Yeah, it was a lot of fun too. Definitely a learning process. You know, it's a very, very different sort of medium than like traditional art, because normally you kind of, when you draw a picture, right, you kind of start with the back side of, like, you kind of start with the background, then work your way to the foreground and all that, like all the details and stuff like that. But with spray paint art, you get to kind of work from the front to the back, if that makes sense. Like, you know, like, you know, because the first thing you do when you're doing a spray paint planet or whatever, the first thing you do is the planet itself, and then you do the space and all that around it afterwards. The way you structure things, it's a unique process. You know, I'll say that. You know, it's a unique sort of process. But yeah, the rest in peace thing is up there for a reason. You know, it's kind of feel like I have to. Not that I have to talk about it, but I just feel like I need to get it off my chest. Like, I'm just so sick and tired. Like, of the way the media kind of spins things when it comes to like anyone's like death. It's just like they're gonna spin Charlie Kirk's death that it's like, oh, we got to crack down on gun violence. It's like, yeah, well, no, we need to crack down on mental health. How about that? You know, it's like, why don't you stop with the fucking rhetoric that caused this person to go out and do this shit? You know, it's like, you know. Because man wouldn't do that. It's like, let's be real. It's like a lot of it has to do with the left. You know, that's the reason why. Because they kept perpetuating this idea that, you know, anyone who voted for Trump, anyone who's conservative, anyone who's Christian is like, you know, is a Nazi. It's Hitler, you know, reincarnated or some shit. And it's like, no. It's like they just disagree with you. It's just a different opinion, different view of the world. It's not the same as wanting, you know, to subjugate the whole world, you know, but they don't see it that way. So, and then they never will. Like, I'm kind of convinced that they never will. They're too far gone on their bullshit. But I think it's good that some people are actually waking up, like a lot of like liberals. But at the same time, it's just like, look, I do kind of blame some of the people who are liberals who are just complacent. You know, they didn't do anything to stop this sort of a mindset of calling people, you racist and sexist and homophobic and all these things because they disagree with them. Like this is the result of it all. You know, it's like, and like where's it going to end? You know, where does it start? Where does it end? It's like, you know, yeah, immediately politicized. Like that's the way it is all the time. You know, and it's like the whole reason why, and the fact that the people who are celebrating this are very like fucking unhinged. You know, like. I'll grab my smaller brush. These tighter spots here, so to speak. Yeah, they're so fucking unhinged. Like I thought they were unhinged when they were celebrating when Trump almost got shot, you know, or whatever, or complaining that the bullet didn't succeed. It's just like, but yeah. They're all just very slimy people. And I do kind of blame a lot of the, not all of them, obviously, but ones who are actually like kind of actively trying to prevent or are trying to clean up their movement. But it's like, it's not enough. You need to do better. Like you guys need to do better. You need to fucking sort your shit out, you know? Like, like you need to stop with this like, you need to completely divorce yourself from this idea that everyone's a fucking Nazi, everyone's a fucking whatever, you know, because they disagree with you politically. It's like that's the only way you're moved. Like one thing that this the assassination kind of you know did was it definitely secured a conservative leadership for another 8 years probably because of this, you know, because a lot of people on the left are just like done now, you know, because it's like, you know, because I watched Cecil's stream actually, you know, and you know it's very, and he kind of had the point where it's like, you know, a lot of these people are finally realizing, oh wait, I'm on the bad guys team. I'm on the side of these people who they're finally realizing that they're in the same. It's like being part of the Avengers and then realizing you had Red Skull in your corner the whole time. That's kind of what it is, you know. It's like you think you're part of the Avengers, but in reality you're part of. Like it's kind of like the Shield. It's kind of like the Winter Soldier movie. Actually, if you think about it, you know, it's like, you know, they think they're part of Shield, but then they realize, oh wait, it's actually just Hydra, you know, controlling everything, you know, behind the scenes all this time, you know. They're kind of finally like waking up to it, which I guess that's good for them, but it's a little too late. Too little, too late. It's like you were complacent all this time. You let all these people who were calling conservative Christians, you know, Nazis. You let them get away with saying stuff like that. You didn't check them. You didn't, you know, try to correct that behavior. If anything, like, especially like the woke media, you know, and which I don't like to use woke anymore, like at that term, but. Like I only refer to it by the. I try not to view it in terms of like the entertainment industry as much because like sometimes it's just a story, you know. Like sometimes because I think that term is like used way too much, but you know. But the way the woke mobs in the media and politically are where the main issue for me kind of lies more so. Because like I can get pissed off if they, you know, do something. It's like look, I was pissed off when they changed Tim Drake to being bisexual or whatever. But it's just like look, I can read the old comics, I can ignore that, but it's like this is something you can't ignore. It's real life, you know. And it's just it sucks, you know. And that's what it is. Yeah, leftists never help. They think they're the good guys, though they literally worship evil. Yeah. 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 I mean, it's all. It's more like being in the Avengers, only to realize you were Hydra all along. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of like what it is. It's like, you know, I should reposition my camera. But fuck. Oh shit. That's okay. Just have to paint you off here, and then I'll reattach you later. Punch the shit out of this rock. Nice, and go right back there. And just gonna paint it all up before I do that. That way I don't have to wait on it to dry. But yeah, I think I want to do like I want to kind of buy some like purple like crystals and stuff like that, make that like dark energon, and kind of put it in the into the rocks here at some point. But we can worry about that later. We can just get the grandeur. It's kind of meant to be sort of a just like kind of like an asteroid or a moon that maybe Unicron like crashed on top of or something like that. And that's kind of like the idea here. I thought to do Cybertron, but it'd just be a bit more complicated to kind of do. And I wanted something that kind of emphasized the power, of Unicron. Just something. I think just having something very, very simple and cosmic and all that, like kind of emphasizes that enough, And I just wanted to do a whole bunch of planets and stuff like that. So it was a lot of fun to do that with spray paint. But yeah. Right. No senseless violence. Yeah, and then it's like look, I'm not going to act like the right is not completely innocent. There's people on both sides that do horrible things, but and it should be addressed on both sides. But it's like it should be addressed on both sides. It shouldn't just be addressed on one side only. Like both sides need to account for their shitty behavior or the behavior of others in their movement, because that makes everyone look bad. That makes your whole movement look bad. It makes everyone look bad, when you do that. Okay. Yeah, this one's actually going to be probably a very, very short stream, actually, because well, I just need to do whites and grays now. So, yeah, I got a few rocks that kind of came off, so we'll have to add them back in later on. They kind of fell off because I didn't glue them in as strongly as I thought. So, oh well. I'll move you off to the side. I think we're done with the blacks. Yeah. But yeah, I think that because I'm someone who's always kind of been more apolitical, not like, because it's like I have views on both sides, of the aisle, like, but yeah, I more so lean more towards conservative most of the time. But like when it comes to stuff like art, like I'm kind of more. Oh, I should mix that first. I need to focus up. I did not come prepared. Okay. Hold up. I'll go for that shit. Okay. I'm not prepared. That's okay. Yeah, I wanted to mix the gray with the white, so it's not just like it kind of has more of a moon feel to it. So, yeah, moon's a gray, but we'll do both a gray and a white sort of a dry brush here, and then that'll kind of be. I'll kind of be close to being done here. I might go back in and touch up some of the planets because I did make a few mistakes, or just a few things I want to touch up on those. So I just want to kind of do that, and then we'll probably be done with this diorama for now, and that will just leave us the bludgeon and nightbird shelf in the corner left to do. So, which will be nice. We'll be able to finish up at least almost half of the middle Billy there. I'll show off real quick, like that whole sections. So we'll have the Unicron done, and then we'll be doing the bludgeon shelf with Nightbird up in the top corner there, right above the Insecticons, and then hopefully we can get the Jetfire shelf right there, right, which is like kind of like right below the Fembot shelf. Like, can I show it? Right there. But yeah, all that blocky stuff actually is there, just kind of temporary right now because I don't know what to do with them right now. But right below where the Galvatron shelf, and I actually took everything off because I was moving the stuff around, so I wanted to make sure that they didn't get damaged. So, but yeah, so the shelves below the Galvatron shelf is going to be all for Quintessons and Junkion shelves. Just kind of keep that one area just for 86 movie characters. So yeah, that's what we got planned right now. So I'll kind of bring things down a bit more. And we'll grab this. Yeah, just sucks at what our society's kind of coming to now, where it's like can't even have civil discourse. You know, it's all Charlie was ever doing, really. It's just like just having a conversation, and they killed him for it. You know, it's like he wasn't rude, he wasn't disrespecting anybody, but I guess that's enough to warrant a death sentence, I guess. Yeah, it's having views you don't like. Hey, well, it sucks. I don't want to repopulate to Mars at this point. Like the Martians are all just like looking at us, like just laughing at how stupid we are. They're probably all super civilized up there, you know. Yeah. They're probably just as fucked up as us, though, to be honest. I bet that other planets in the world, in the universe, are all just like us, you know. I bet they're all just as fucked up. The way it is. I might go in some brown in a minute at the end here. Be careful. I'll have to go back and glue some of this stuff in. I think it should be good without the brown. Keep it just simple. Actually, I might go in with some purple later on when I do get the crystal bits for the Dark Energon effect. Just kind of show that his essence, you know, is kind of affecting his own environment, you know. It'd be kind of a cool vibe to go with. It'll also be a kind of nice breakup with all this gray and white. Yeah. independent because I'm always in the middle, but at least people consider me to the right. Yeah. 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 Even that's not good enough for a lot of these people. Like, you know, you have to be on their side at all times, no matter what, you know. Even then, it's not enough. You know, it's like they're never happy. They're never fucking happy. Like, they're never going to be happy. They're all miserable sacks of shit. They just want everyone else to be miserable or dead, you know, so they can feel better about themselves for whatever reason. And they'll never feel better about themselves. They're always going to be miserable sacks of shit no matter what, you know. That's who these people are. Yeah, somebody's got to get a little bit loose. Should have checked that earlier. Oh, well. Kind of swoop down. These rocks swoop up. But oh, actually, good news. Actually, I actually got Bone Crusher in the mail yesterday. I don't think I posted on Twitter, so I'll have to do that to the stream. But yeah, I got Bone Crusher from X Trans once now. So on the plus side of all this shit going down, at least that's nice, I suppose. God, now I sound like a douche making it about myself. But yeah, it's actually kind of cool that they're actually moving pretty quickly, actually, with their Constructicons. Actually, I think that they're supposed to be showing pictures of their hook next pretty soon. And their blades is supposed to come out this month, so. Yeah, X-Trans, I think that X-Trans was kind of like the company of the year, you know, of all these third-party companies. They've been really killing it. Yeah, we just like to squirrel over here a bit. Our streams. We can talk about a million things at once. You know, that's how we roll. Yeah, they've definitely made it to where I'm no longer. They kind of confirmed my political stance now, at least for now. You know. I'll never vote their side at all. Like, I've only voted once, and that was this year. So, but yeah, now they've really sealed the deal for me, anyways. So, like, I am always going to be conservative, voting at least until, you know, because I don't really play the whole game of. I think I might have gone too far here. Here, bring back some blacks here. There we go. Even that out. Because for me, it's like I just didn't really care too much about this, you know. But once you get older, you kind of realize you do need to care because, like that. This election in particular, with you know, trying to get rid of Carney and all that, like it was very, very important to me because, like, you know, do I want to live another fucking decade of liberal bullshit? It's like, nope, I'm tired of this shit because it's like, yeah, well, it just sucks. It's like when you just want to be chill and laid back, they don't let you. Yeah. Because like I don't care about politics most of the time. It's like, but it's just like, you know, kind of forced me to have to nowadays. Sucks. Like I just want to paint shit, you know. Yeah, well. What can you do? Never again. Yeah. Well, I'm proud to announce that I have never voted Democrat, and I never will. So, just the craziest world we live in, man. Okay. Let's just bring in some actual white instead of just white gray, and then we'll probably be able to call this one a wrap. It's how long we 30 minutes. Damn. Well, we can do the. We can still do the sidewall specifically needed a little bit more attention. Just a few small areas need to kind of be tidied up a bit. Not a super big deal. Just got kind of messed up, not messed up big time, just kind of the edges of the planets kind of got terrorized, or for lack of a better term. You know. It will be kind of cool to kind of show off the planets in a minute, because I'm actually pretty proud of a couple of them on that one. Some actually were pretty clean, some were a little bit janky, you know, the first time doing it. But yeah, I'm actually planning to do more of that spray paint art, mostly for Christmas coming up for some of the family members. So want to kind of learn really quickly how to do it all. Man, that fucking fell apart. It's okay. So we got Gorilla Glue. I'm supposed to go get that. Okay. Yeah, I always kind of want to do spray paint art too in general. Just but it is a very, very, you have to be very, very patient with it. I kind of learned that the hard way last night when I was trying to do a planet. So I didn't wait because I didn't let some things dry for a long enough time. It kind of made things worse, put it that way. Made the process not so fun. But I'll be trying again tonight at some point, because it's supposed to be hot out today. The problem is I have to get it all done before Christmas, or by at least November, because obviously we're moving into the colder months pretty soon, so gotta take advantage of the hot weather while I can. Yeah. I heard you. You told me last week you got into art school. Yeah, it's great, man. Yeah, it's really cool, dude. Yeah, you told me last time I saw you here. Yeah, I remember. I remember. I remember. All right. I think that's good enough, actually. I think that's good enough. All right, let's try and glue these guys back into place. And then we'll be right to rocks. That one was right here. So. Yeah. Oop, not showing it. Oh, okay. I'll show you the other sides. Can't really do much right now. Here, let this settle for a minute. There we go. Yeah, no, I heard. Yeah. Ooh, that's not done drawing. Oh well. Which one was this? I think this one. Yeah, I think this one is right here. Yeah, I think so. Maybe not. Hold on. Yeah, we'll do it. But yeah, I'm not too sure what's going to happen with the dioramas for a little while because, yeah, it's definitely where it's supposed to go. Because I'm still not too sure what I'm going to be doing with the bottom half of the skinny billies. Okay, and okay, I'll be fine. We'll just kind of sneak it in there. Just drop as much glue onto his sides as well. That way it attaches to the other rocks around him. But yeah, because I still have the, sort of the room expansion in mind right now. So that's why I'm kind of not too sure what I want to do with the skinny billies just yet. I think I'm going to do broadside of one shelf. But we'll see. Okay. Nope. Let's do the sides here. All right, now let's put it back in. let it attach to other things, hopefully. Just kind of press it in. Just kind of drop glue into the edges. All right, that should be good enough. It's still drying, so I'll leave that alone. This guy could use a little bit extra glue. Anything else? I'm trying to push anything. Just kind of leave it alone. Just wait till it falls out, I guess, before I try anything. It's kind of where I'm at right now with this. I'll go ahead and put this off on the shelf, and then we can go ahead and do some touch-ups on the side walls. Let this guy kind of settle up in here. But you know what? You know what? Real quick, I just want to do one thing real quick before I put it back in. Because the back and sidewalls don't fully cover the whole shelf like backing. So what I want to do is actually I want to put some black tape on the edges. That way it kind of covers that up a bit. So which I'll kind of show in a minute. Need to. Where's my thing? There. There we go. The 1 second, guys. Here, I'll give you my planets to look at while you're waiting. Hey, and this side. So those are the planets I worked on yesterday. Before I forget to add this in, I'll get some scissors and get a clean cut. Okay. Which way to go? Here. Also, just paint the whole fucking shelf, but I don't want to bring the spray paint in here. that's the corner. So now I just need to get the okay. Oh shit, not long enough. God damn it. Oh well. Oh well. Just have to cut a new piece. There we go. Just dropped it somewhere. Fuck. Where the fuck did I put it? Oh. What did I drop it there for? Oh, never mind. Don't need it anyways because it ripped. All right. Shit. What else we got? Well, I don't think it. Hold on. I don't think that corner really showed as much as the other ones. I'll see what I can do. Put it in and go visible too badly. Okay. No big deal. All right. I'll show you guys in a minute. Put face in. There we go. All right. I'm still packing. Yeah. All right. So that's what I was doing. I was kind of putting that back in. I can't really zoom in, but there used to be like a white like trim on the very top of the Unicron shelf, but now because I didn't cut it properly, and there's also a little bit on the right side. It's kind of uneven, which you can't really tell very well from here. But I just put some black electrical tape there, and so now we can proceed because now it's all kind of covered up now. But yeah, here are the side walls I did. I was pretty happy with this one actually in particular, this planet right here. Now the problem I had was that I didn't bring I bought paint for the space part, but I didn't buy paint specifically for the planet, so I had to use the same sort of colors and different combinations in order to get different looks for them all. But actually, I think it kind of looks cool like this, so I don't mind it too much. But there are some areas I want to kind of tidy up here on the planets with some dry brushing. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Just gonna tidy it up a bit. Have some smaller brushes to kind of touch up these areas here. And yeah, we should be smooth sailing. And then I think we'll probably be planning the next diorama, probably maybe October, maybe November. We'll try to do one of those 2 months for the bludgeon shelf. Let's see. Definitely before the end of the year. So, but I'll use a brush that ain't so good. It's okay. Hold on, let's do something else here. And for this one, just want to kind of touch up the failed lighting effect I did yesterday on this guy. I was trying to get a highlight and then it just kind of fucked up. So, but you live and learn. It's all about being an artist. Yeah. Yeah, definitely these two are definitely my favorite ones so far I did. And this one's pretty decent, aside from this little blemish here. So, but I figured out last night, how to do a proper highlight. So, shouldn't be able to make that kind of mistake anymore. Just got to be a little more patient with the brush, patient with myself. Yeah. Be a bit more disciplined, I suppose, because you have to be really, really patient with spray paint. You know, you have to let it really dry before you do anything. Just gotta be willing to wait. I'll let that go. Not too worried about these ones, just because I just want to do a little minor touch-ups and then I'll kind of let it go because just because sometimes you can mess things up, you know, the more you try to fix it. So let's kind of just tidy up the ring here. There we go. And all right, I think I'm gonna leave it right there now. You know, don't want to risk ruining it any more than I have. But yeah, that's gonna be this diorama actually. It's done. Yeah. So I'm thinking about actually using more and more spray paint actually for dioramas, just at least just for base coating, like the base layers. But man, look at that plant right there. I love the way that one turned out. Yeah. One of the few moments when you're an artist and something you do actually kind of works and is actually cool. So yeah, this one too. I like these ones. So. Yeah, the problem I was having last night was because the way you do this effect is you put down one color like green, and then you put purple on top of that afterwards, and then you take we have to let the green dry before you put on the next color. because the way you kind of get this texturing effect, you put like a piece of newspaper or garbage bag or whatever kind of thing you want to use for texturing. Then you peel it off, and you kind of get these like this nice clean sort of, not clean, but this more realistic sort of texturing on the planet versus when I was trying to do it with. The problem I was having is I was impatient. I was waiting. I didn't want to wait for the paint to dry for whatever reason. I was fucking weird yesterday, but what's this? Yeah. But I didn't wait. I wasn't really patient last night, and so I had a lot of issues like with the paint being very, very puddly and didn't really come out as well as I wanted it to. So you want to complete more. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's what I'll be doing actually this next couple months. I'll be doing a lot more spray paint art. Not just sure if I'll be able to stream any of it. Probably won't be able to stream any of it because I have to do it outside. But I could try recording it if I can get like a GoPro or something like that on my head or whatever, or I don't know. We'll see. Or if I just get my camera set up or whatever, But yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. I shall quickly get these pieces back placed on the shelf, and I'll get the bookcase filled back with my boys, and then that would kind of end with a better sort of view, here. So that's the left side. And then we'll grab the right side. Hold it together. Push it in, so to speak. There we go. Whew. Yeah. It's a beauty. All right, let's get my 86 spots back on the shelf. And then we'll pull back and do a reveal. One problem is I can't put Unicron in back because everything's still drying. But but at least you'll get a nice view of the diorama without him. Oh my gosh. Springer, my boy. Hold your fucking sword. Don't be mad. There. Fucking asshole. All right. Oi. Scourge. Grab Magnus. Galvatron. Get your scissors out of my shelf. Get the hell out of here. All right. Pull the hot rod back. All right. Cup and blur. And then Starscream's head goes back into Galvatron's hand because it's all about style, I suppose. Stay in his fucking hand. There. And RC Wheelie and stay put, asshole. And Daniel. All right. And all right, there's my shelf now. So it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, finally have half the A6 movie shelf done. It's been a long time coming for the Unicron shelf specifically, but yeah, I think once he gets put in there, he's kind of just chilling right there next to the Autobots. But yeah, just waiting for the paint to dry, and then you put him back on there where he belongs, and then yeah, it's gonna be it for that shelf. So the next one will be the one with Bludgeon up there in the corner there. Not too sure when I'm gonna be getting around to. I'll probably get around to it pretty soon. I'll have to see what colors I want to use before I do that, and I might buy a few more things off Temu. But yeah, we'll see. I might push that one to November, December though, because I want to get the spray paint stuff done before Christmas. So got to kind of prioritize that while I can, because it's we only have so many warm days coming this fall, so gotta take advantage of them while I can before the big day. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Yeah, and actually, I might as well show this guy off here. Just make sure this thing down. I might as well show the new guy that came in while I'm at it. Put this guy right here. So now just see my butt as I pass by. But we got ourselves another Constructicon from X-Transbots. And there he is. He's all green. That's Bone Crusher right here. So yeah, finally got this guy. Took a little while for him to get here on Showzy store. But yeah, it's pretty good. Now, I heard some people were breaking the head on him, so I'm kind of being very, very careful with that. I heard some people on TFW, they were kind of having problems with that. So, but yeah, finally getting the Constructicons almost done. So we're just 2 away from completing that set. I think it's just Hook and Mixmaster now, and then yeah. And I got more blockies on the way as well. So I'm just just right now I'm just kind of waiting for because we're supposed to be getting Blast Off pretty soon from Magic Square, and that'll complete their Combaticons. And then from the Protectobot side, we're just kind of waiting on, for X-Transbots anyways, we're waiting for Blade to come out this month. And then I think next year is going to be when Hotspot comes out. So that'll be good. Now, I'm thinking about getting, I'm probably going to be getting 2 Hotspots. Because I like the proportions on the X-Transbots a little bit better than the MMCs, from what I saw, anyways, from the CAD images of him. So I'm thinking about getting 2, but I'm also thinking about not, because because with the upgrade kit game, I imagine someone's going to eventually is going to do a faux chest for Defensor, X-Transbots Defensor. So I'm kind of waiting to see. I'm probably going to wait and see before I buy a second hotspot, because then I could just go ahead and buy, the upgrade kit instead of having to buy a new figure, But we'll see. All kind of depends on how much it costs and all that. So, but and from my understanding, he is going to be coming with a base mode, or the combiner parts for Defensor are going to come separately from Hotspot. So, which is kind of a good thing if you don't want the full complete combiner form. If you just want the individual bots like I do, for at least specifically for Hotspot. But if you're into it for the combined form, you might be a bit of a pain in the ass to wait all that long. But I got my 3 guys in the corner there, right next to Unicron, just waiting. So, but yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. So thanks for dropping by, Grumpy, and anyone else who was lurking in chat, and hopefully I didn't scare people off with my little rant about the libs and the whole Charlie Kirk situation. I think it's just one of those things where I kind of felt like I needed to talk about it. Yeah, I think so much, Grumpy, for plugging my stickers because I'm horrible at plugging my own stuff. So, yeah, aim high, Decepticons, stay out there, stay safe out there. Yeah. But before I leave, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Hope your family is doing, and my condolences to the Kirk family and all that. I hope they're all doing okay, getting better. So, yeah, it's shitty times we live in, but we gotta keep our heads up. We gotta keep our spirits alive. We can't let them break us. We gotta be stronger. And yeah. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you guys later.